consecutive victory for the Oakland Athletics.
It's kind of surreal to think about it because I don't think it'll ever happen again.
I knew we were good. I knew we were really good, but to be honest, not 20 game good, not 20 in a row.
You don't go 3 consecutive weeks without losing a single game in this sport. That's unheard of.
People are going to look back 100 years from now and say, wow, that team won 20 in a row.
There was a wonder about it. Like, this just can't be happening. This doesn't happen in baseball.
Hatterberg is bobbed at home plate. Crazy. Just plain crazy.
That was a team that was a team in transition when the season started and it was well documented in Moneyball that they had to rebuild in a sense. They still had the big three, and they still had Tejada and Chavez, but they had lost Jason Giambi and some other really good players, so the expectations maybe weren't as high as they had been.
The expectations were that Billy would find a way, but you weren't really quite sure. But how would they possibly overcome the loss? I mean, Reggie had the line when he went to New York that he was the straw that stirred the drink. Giambi made the drink, he drank the drink, he bought drinks for everybody. I mean, he was the guy. He was the guy that came up with Mark McGwire, was McGwire's buddy. McGwire got traded, and he was really the leader of that team. And it was going to be hard. How could they do this without their leader, without Jason Giambi?
Giambi to right field. Deep to right field. Way out of here to right field.
Coming in is Dye, and it is Ellis making the catch.
Swung as a drive the other way to left field. Going deep, still going, and gone.
Drives one deep to left center field. He's done it again.
Struck him out.
That's a third strikeout for Mulder.
Barry Zito, pretty good himself. Burks will come in, throw to the plate, and Burks is out incredibly. Wow.
The quick flip to first.
The A's have won 8 in a row.
Strike 3, he froze him, called out.
Mabry, it's a drive to deep right field. Fick is going back. He's going to watch, and it is gone.
Justice swings and hits a high drive to right. It is gone. And it's on the way. Strike 3 called. 12 straight wins for the Athletics. There's a bouncer to the left. Chavez has to leap for it right behind the bag and release the throw quickly, and he gets it. High fly ball by Durham, hit well back to left, and that one is gone.
Fly ball to right center and deep, back on it. Beltran looking up, and that ball is gone to right center field.
A lot of people, I think, forget, we were possibly going to go on strike. And so those first 14 wins, they weren't talked about because everything was about the labor dispute and whether we were going on strike or this or that. So we're just kind of rolling through.
The streak could have been a footnote in that the A's had come home and they had won 15 straight games. The 15th game was on the road on a Wednesday. And there was the threat of a work stoppage in baseball.
I thought the owners were going to lock him out because that's sort of the A's kind of buzzard luck. They were a little bit like the Montreal Expos, is that every time they were on a roll and something good was going to happen, somebody's going to come by and just kick him in the groin. So I was surprised when that didn't happen. I really thought that, the owners would say, season's over, thanks for coming.
We never took it seriously until that moment kind of got past that hurdle. And then once that hurdle was cleared, then you could focus that they would get a chance to actually do this, that the season would not be interrupted.
We had a few big comebacks in those first 14 games. And then we settled the labor dispute, and that's kind of when it became big.
I was with Art Howe during the day off before Game 16, and we were a little concerned. There was there were issues that had to be resolved between the players and ownership. And I think it was Billy Beane who called Art in the afternoon that day and said everything has been worked out. There'll be a game the next night. And I remember when I called the last out of the 16th game on the Friday night, I said something like, this is a celebration of baseball.
Swings, hits a ground ball to first. Mabry back to the bag. He goes to the bag unassisted. A celebration of baseball tonight in Oakland. And the A's have won 16 in a row.
we didn't even know there was going to be a game that day, and there was this fear that this incredible winning streak was going to be nothing more than a footnote in history.